I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yeah, this one's for all those locked up. San Quentin, Susanville, Chino, LA County, wherever you are. And for the ladies that's holding these gentlemen down, for sure. Yeah. I'm in love with an inmate. I think it's great, believe it's fate. Yeah, I don't care what you say. You better not say it to my face. I'll put you in your place. I got his back all day, every day. This love is real. Yeah, I said this love is real. And it ain't going nowhere. Hey, I'm in love with an inmate.
Ladies and gentlemen, you in love with an inmate? Oh, shit. Records being made out here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. It's Friday night. You already know how I get down in the town, man. This is a new record. Can't nobody get it, though. Turn our mic on, man.
I'm working on it. I'm in the studio working on it. So it'll be
Well, tell them who you are.
This is K-L-U-V, K-Love, baby. Queen Lovely, 23 at Instagram. Queen, L-U-V-L-Y, 23 at Instagram. You can follow me because I'm coming out soon. Awesome music soon to come.
Listen, let me just give y'all a brief history of this young lady. Listen, I knew her back in the day.
Back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Not too,
And let me just tell you, she destroyed, everybody out here knows who my homeboy Truth is because I play a lot of his records. Truth was still trying to figure out who he wanted to be as a rapper. She was already rapping K. Pasadena.
Back in the day.
She destroyed Truth.
I'm sorry.
He had one rhyme. I told him not to battle her. See, we were in the 8th grade, and I was telling him, I said, dude, you only got one record, one rhyme. After that one rhyme, it's over. It's over. So he had her, he bust that first rhyme. Everyone's like, oh shit, he gonna get her. But that was it. He didn't have nothing else. And then she commenced to rhyme verse after verse after. She destroyed him. And the audience pinned his ass against this pole. So it's not like he could get away. He was just taking a rap beating from her.
I ate him up.
She destroyed him.
Yes.
But, that's why I was so... somebody said, destroy Truth? Nah, bro. Nah, this is... Yo, for real, man. This is back in the day. She killed him off. That's just because he only had one rhyme.
Yeah. Good old
But
days.
I'm really happy that you back on your grind.
Oh, yes.
People can't buy this record yet.
Not yet.
Right? I got you.
Working on it.
People can't buy this record yet. But that's okay. When will they be able to?
Soon. I'm hoping before the end of this month.
We're hoping for records.
Yes.
I would like for, do you have an Instagram? Do you have a face where people can follow you?
Yes. Queen Lovely 23. And Lovely is L-U-V-L-Y 23. All one word. Queen Lovely 23 at Instagram.
Excellent. She calls herself K-Love now.
K-Love, baby.
But I know her as Rapping K.
No.
But okay, K-Love, you're K-Love.
I've matured and things have changed.
All right, things have changed. She's K-Love, and that's who she'll be.
Yes.
All right. Jesus Christ.
I love you, Zoe.
Thank you for coming on, babe.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Anytime that I can
having
support, anytime that I can help you do what it is that you do, underdig that I got you. Anytime.
Appreciate it.
Anytime. I turn the music down. You can turn it down for that. We don't need it to slap. So so now sitting next to me is another young lady who has something. It's Women's Empowerment Day right now. Woo-hoo. This is Women's Empowerment Month. This is Women's Empowerment Century. We better get on board or we're going to get fucked up.
Okay.
They going, what?
Right after Black History Month. Hey, they put it at the right spot. Yes.
She just threatened me, yo. Okay, cool. Sitting next to me is a young lady by the name of Tunisia.
Yes.
Nights in Tunisia.
Night in Tunisia.
I like that. Miles Davis.
Yes.
All right, so tell us what you're promoting here.
Well, I'm having my upcoming Women's Wealth Warriors 9th Annual Entrepreneurship Luncheon on March the 24th. We'll be honoring women entrepreneurs and women in business. In Pasadena, you can go to womenwealthwarriorswithaNS.org to register. Registration is only $35. We're going to have a panel discussion with Colleen Sullivan from ABC7. We'll have Tidra Moses, songstress, R&B songstress, signed to Rick Ross's label. She'll be gracing us with a performance. Mm-hmm. We have Yo-Yo, my sister, Real Yo, the rapper.
Oh, so everybody coming.
Everybody's going to be there. So I want to see all my beautiful women in the house.
What do you guys tell each other when you get together like that? We're great.
Yeah, that's right. You go, girl. That's what we tell each other. You do it. Do it.
Go, girl,
that's
circle.
Right. Uh-huh. That's what we do.
I'm just asking.
And men are welcome too. I love the support of my men. I have lots of men that attend every year. This is my 9th year, so men come and see, come support, come encourage the beautiful women there.
Wow, it's a lot of beautiful people in here right now. Yes. So what is the website? Where can they buy it? Is there a phone number? Is there an email?
Yes, go to womenwealthwarriorswithaNS.org. You can register. You can also call 626-765-9968. If you have any questions, we'll have vendors. I think we may have only a couple of vendor tables left. So ladies, if you have a business you want to promote, sell, give us a call. You might be able to snatch up maybe the last 2 spaces. There's going to be raffles and prizes and lunch, and all of the proceeds will benefit domestic violence.
Wow.
So all the money raised from this event will go to benefit victims of domestic violence.
I don't know if y'all ready for today's conversation because it's about to be ugly.
No, it's not.
Okay, cool. It's going to be beautiful. All right, great. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, always promotes total package energy. I've had 2 of these today. I be on 12. Do you dig? 12. All you got to do is go to totalpackageenergy.com. It's an energy shot, vitamins, B vitamins, neural enhancer, amino acids. I'm telling you, it is ridiculous. Ridiculous is a word that I've made up. It's you replace dick with cock.
Oh.
It's ridiculous instead of ridiculous. Get you Total Package Energy right now. Go there right now. Energy. I love it to death. It's one of my favorite products. I support them. They support me. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Go to the website right now. Next, Love Matters Revealed. I see y'all. The chat room is getting crazy on YouTube. We're broadcasting live. It's about to be crazy. You already know how the topic is. But Love Matters Revealed, a CD lecture, double CD that I did with Dr. Alan Berger, one of the world's most foremost recovery specialists. Dr. Alan Berger, PhD, very smart guy. And he was like, Zoe, we need to do a relationship CD together because a lot of the relationship concepts that you framed fit recovery. And he was like, a lot of people relapse into drug abuse, addictions, and all types of things because they have poor relationship skill sets. So we created Love Matters Revealed December 23rd, 2017. And when I tell you, it's hot monkey lava. Oh. You understand? Getting a lot of positive reviews. People who have heard it are bugging out right now. because it's that good. So go get you a copy of that. And then also go get a copy of my 2015 release, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. It is now on Amazon.com, the paperback version.
Nice.
Okay? Break up, wake up, make up book.
Okay.
I think you should bring all this to the luncheon.
It is a see, most people want to write a relationship book, but this is a relationship workbook. So you have 12 chapters. At the end of every chapter, there are exercises. You can't move to the next chapter until you complete these exams.
Nice.
You understand? This is a real tool.
Is this based on your theory?
Oh, God. Here we go.
I just want to know.
We finna fight. I already know what it is.
Valid question. Fair question.
It's a fair question. But what I love about this particular work is when I'm putting a book together, I make sure I don't work with any men because I'm in the relationship field. I make sure I don't work with men. Not that men's stories are not important, because they are. But I feel like when putting together a book, women have a better grasp of the concepts that I try to present. So we had 2 Harvard-educated marriage and family counselors edit this book, right? They copy edited this work. Somebody turn off your phone. Who got? It's you. It's Peaches back here. So you underdig, like a lot of the work that I do, I typically team up with someone like Dr. Alan Berger, or I think I would teamed up with Karen Folan on this one. Very powerful work. They're all my concepts. It's all my work, but we go through some stringent, standards in order for these ideas to be vetted out. So very powerful work. And the feedback has been crazy. 97% 5-star rating on Amazon.com. Just get a copy, read it, and you'll understand how great the young Lord is. All right, so listen, this is what I'm about to do now. I'm about to take a quick 30-second break. Do you have that skizza drop? We're going to play this skizza drop. We're going to play musical chairs. And then we're going to get into today's topic. It's about to be ugly up in here. The phone line, 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason, Relationship Roundtable, where the woman's opinion takes center stage. We'll be back at 2.2. Oh, shit. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Here we go. It's about to go down. So yesterday we had a significant day. All right? It was a significant day. You saw memes all over the place. Women were posting pictures of their muscles. Pictures of their cubicles. Women was on fire yesterday.
Oh, wow.
You
I didn't
did?
know it was for us.
Now, Tunisia, what was yesterday's day?
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day.
That's right.
Every woman was like, nigga, now what?
That's right. Exactly.
Straight
Represent.
up.
Appreciate us.
Yeah, every woman was like, nigga, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You dig? Say something now in front of all my homegirls.
It's our day today. That's right.
No, it was a powerful day, right?
It was.
So I decided to follow up on the day, right? By doing a topic that I think is exceedingly important. Now, you already know how I get down. If this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, please understand what we do here is relationship talk, where we feature the thought process of women from varied backgrounds. If you've noticed, Angry Smurf has joined us again after a long hiatus, right? Angry Smurf is in the building. Everybody say hi to Angry.
I'm not angry.
Okay, disgruntled, bored Smurf. irritated smirk. One of those, okay? And then we have Donnie Keith, a.k.a. Peaches.
Hey, y'all. What's cracking?
We got Keeping It Real with Mimi.
What's up, y'all?
And then we have Tanisha, a new voice.
Hello.
Of the Virgo Libran
That's
persuasion.
Right. The best of both worlds.
Indeed. We shall see. And then at the end, young lady by the name of Vanessa Spencer. This is Chris.
I love that you called me a young lady.
Well, shit. I wouldn't know any. Well, you look. Well.
I love that.
Okay. Vanessa Spencer, Chris Spencer's wife, joins us today.
No, I'm totally flattered. I'm completely flattered.
Oh, well, there it is.
Love that.
Well, there you have it. We're in the building right now. We got a great topic set up. And here it is. Are you guys ready? Did I send you guys the topic?
Can y'all hear anything?
You can't talk in the mic while you trying to figure out your problems. People don't. Now you done let the people know that we have problems in here with your microphone. Lord have mercy. And here you want to be Superwoman. You can't be Superwoman if you can't figure it. Look, it's a man figuring this out.
We never said we didn't need y'all.
I was waiting for the man to help me.
We need help.
He just helped.
I need somebody help.
Shit. I don't appreciate none of that.
Okay.
All right. So tonight's topic, Superwoman Syndrome. Are some women, oh God, becoming drunk with political, financial, and social power? A more in-depth look at the rise of the new Wonder Woman. Oh God, I have a shit ton of questions. And listen, most men listen to this show so that they may understand who you guys are, what language you speak. A lot of times men, we listen in a different language than you speak in.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is designed for you guys to shed light on our ears so that we may hear you differently. This is going to be special. Question, true or false? Women hold just 1% of the world's wealth. While it is simple mathematics, I think it's important to point out that means that men hold 99% of the world's wealth.
Well,
it's pretty easy to say that that's true. Oh, you forgot the rules, didn't you?
sorry.
Didn't you?
I know, I just can't. I can't help myself.
She can't help
when
herself.
I hear untrue facts. Okay, what half facts?
She see that? She forgot the rules. I set her up before the show.
I know.
Tanisha can't
I'm going to
handle
try and
it.
be quiet on this.
She can't handle the truth. I see it, bro.
It's part truth.
All right, here we go. True or false? Black Superwoman Syndrome. Black Superwoman Syndrome is marked by hyper efficiency and a do it all by yourself attitude. True or false? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Is the strong black woman stereotype killing sisters because of increased stress levels? Be careful what you ask for, goddammit. I know, look, they in here pissed right now, but I could care less. Here, I have more questions. Is the seemingly incessant pursuit of equality resulting in many women being less able to access their divine femininity, aka vulnerability? Ugh. Yuck. 323-230-4610. Call us right now if you're tired of being super. 323-230-4610. It's about to go down. We're going to throw these questions to the ladies shortly. Is the cultural archetype of the wise black woman a better image for black women than the stereotype of the strong black woman? What happened to the wise black woman? Remember Big Mama? She wasn't trying to be strong. She didn't have to be. She knew Pop was strong. She was wise, though. And she controlled that whole situation through her wisdom. Where's the strong, wise black woman? Why are all black women today wearing the mask of strength while neglecting themselves? Trying to be everything for everybody. but nothing to themselves. 323-230-4610. Ladies and gentlemen, this topic is about to be ignorant. These women are pissed off, but I could give 2 shakes of a fat rat's ass right now. Has the superwoman mentality forgotten that there is strength in vulnerability? Ah, damn. I'm sorry I had to do this because yesterday you guys was jumping rope and hula hooping and talking all of this shit about how great it is to be a woman. But we need to understand the Superwoman Syndrome is a real syndrome that's affecting women. The pursuit of equality might be the pursuit of the death of femininity. Yikes. 323-230-4610. Get to your phone lines right now. We have ladies in here. We want to know what y'all think. Peaches, bring your contrarian ass into the conversation.
You know what? You was just hating yesterday. That's the fuck that sound like. He saw
I was hating?
woman power, muscles. You know, he saw this Wakanda strength in us and couldn't take it. Yes, if I'd have known it was for women yesterday, I'd have posted a picture of a camel toe. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I would have pulled my jeans up proudly like I am woman.
Don't show us your camel toe.
I won't.
Please.
It's too many women in here. Look, no homos. Too many women in here.
No, but I think it's very interesting that all the women seem to want to be strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they may not understand what it requires to be strong.
But I think that's like a false sense of strength.
Vanessa,
because I
speak
think
on
that
it.
if somebody only thinks that being strong is being sort of man-ish or bully-like, then that's not really
Right.
strength of a woman.
No.
I think a woman recognizes that strength comes in all different ways. There's a strength in being quiet. There's a strength in being, observing. There's a strength in being loving and empathetic, and and sometimes there's a strength of getting in and cleaning stuff up, and doing the heavy lifting. But I also think a lot of that comes from the type of men or the type of people that woman in particular surrounds herself with.
Oh, yeah.
And was
Right.
raised by. And how attuned is she to herself to know what type of strength she needs to be in that moment, or what type of woman does she need to be in that moment. I gotta say, you asked some of the questions were fairly valid. I think that in this quest of do we throw every baby out with the bathwater kind of thing, as we're going through this Me Too movement, as we're going through this Time's Up movement, there's a lot of questions that we need to be asking ourselves as women. And the same holds true in this, as you have referred to it as, in this superwoman sort of movement.
I love it.
I think we've all been superwomen,
I
raised
we
by
better be.
superwomen. We just have to recognize, how do we navigate that?
Wow. Angry Smurf, bring your super irritable ass into this conversation.
I got a headache.
This is her character. This is who she is in real life. Tell us, the Superwoman Syndrome, doing it all, answering everybody's questions, neglecting yourself in the process. Let me ask this, especially in the African American community. You guys got to just chime in here. Well, ladies, you know good and goddamn well, being a superwoman requires that you never show any weakness. Is that true or false?
True.
You disagree? You always do.
I'm sorry. It does not mean that you don't show any sign of weakness because you're a superwoman. Raising your child, going to work, doing the things you do on a day-to-day basis. That you are your husband's helpmate at home. You are doing a lot at home. He's just taking care of the bills or whatever. If you're that type of
have a
woman.
husband.
Yeah, if you have a husband. If you're not that type of woman, you a superwoman every day just being you. It's hard enough to be me. It's hard being me. It's hard being a black
woman. You're not
woman.
really answering the question.
I am
Ask the question one more
answering it.
time.
You're answering it the way you want to, and therein lies your problem. Vanessa,
Go one more time with the question.
I'm gonna ask this question again because, of course, I did my research for the topic, right? And I formulated this question into a true or false question. But the way it was written, the ladies have already verified that, at least in the African American community, where there's this belief that strong black women can't show any weakness. Now, I got sisters, I have aunts, I had a mother, and they all exhibited the, I'm not finna show you that I'm doing bad.
Do you mean not crying, not
Hold on.
feeling
You've
bad?
had your turn and you fucked it off.
Yeah,
Vanessa.
I think it's a little bit of a loaded question.
Of course.
Because in moments, there are those moments where you can't cry, where you can't show weakness, because it's a make or break situation. And the moment you do, you've lost your the negotiation platform that you may have needed to be on. So
There we go.
it's I think a case by case basis as to whether or not it's the moment to show a sign of weakness.
You don't get to piggyback on Vanessa. I agree with that. You got on the microphone.
It's a battle I have in my marriage. Like Chris's biggest argument with me is you never fucking cry. Like there's never a moment of like you showing any type of you're sad or that made you feel bad or you're feeling hurt. Like I'm always stoic and stone-faced, but I grew up with a lot of women that were stoic and stone-faced. And and you didn't want to show that in that moment you didn't want to show that emotion, because getting through that moment was more important than allowing yourself to feel what you were feeling in that moment.
Oh, Jesus.
I
like
it's
it.
tricky.
The girl,
it's
you
tricky.
good?
I've had to, honestly, the question of going back to being in touch, I've had to go back and find that feminine side, because Chris is like, I don't really want to be married to a man. He's like, I would have married a man if I was interested.
No.
Where is that sort of softness to you?
Now watch this.
And we've been together 15 years.
So people flip it on me and be like, oh, Zoe's attacking the women. Zoe's going after the women. But I'm about to say the same shit Iyanla Vanzant says, right? You got to reconnect to your divine feminine. You live in a capitalist society, a corporate society, a society that's predicated on acquisition. The acquisition of degrees, the acquisition of careers, the acquisition of relationships. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, but we've never had a level playing field. So we've had to really, in most instances, take on this other personality, take on this other, persona, and take off the dress and put on a pair of pants so we are welcomed at the table.
So now,
it almost goes back to the election in a way.
So this is great. This is great because now you're actually laying the groundwork for what you need to undo in order to go back and say, let me reclaim this part of myself. Because in a way, equality has created a resilience mental, like a form of resilience mental illness for women. I gotta be so strong and I gotta get through this situation. The way you said, I gotta get through the situation. Iyanla Vanzant will turn around and say, no, you embrace the difficulty of the situation. You feel it totally, and then it subsides. Most women never let the situation or never allow themselves to feel the situation fully, so they wind up compartmentalizing it, packing it away deep inside their spirit and carrying it forward.
But I think most people do. That's not just like a woman thing.
Sure.
That's most people.
Sure, but we're talking
that's
about
everybody
women.
Comes to a relationship with baggage, right?
Sure. We're talking about women, though. We know men do it, and men do it in a different way. That does not undo the fact that unpacking has to happen either now or later with the therapist.
But I have to say this. I've been holding it in. But the catch-22 is when we do show our vulnerability, our emotional side.
Show it, baby.
No, then you guys flip it on. What society likes to flip it on us and call us overly emotional. Or,
a woman will push the button.
Angry black woman, exactly. So my question to you then is, when is it safe enough for us to be able to be vulnerable? Like, why do we have to pick and choose when we show that side of us?
You ready for this answer?
Yeah.
when you're safe enough to embrace yourself. Most women, it's never safe to do it because you're not safe with you. Everything is proven externally.
Well, no, because
I'm a good person based on this. Just hear what.
Are we at home or are we in the workplace?
No.
Right? I'm like,
No, what I'm saying is hear it first before you refute. Most people, some banal is our word here. Some banal, some but not all. Right? We do not speak in absolutes. It's some banal.
Right. General.
So exactly. So in a general sense, when speaking of women, right, who have this Superwoman Syndrome issue, this is a real issue. A lot of times, the maintenance of the mask is also the maintenance of the pain. Do you understand? I have to maintain this mask of unaffectedness, of resilience, of strength. Because my mama wouldn't allow me to show this kind of weakness. Or because my grandmother wouldn't have tolerated this kind of weakness. And what I'm trying to say to women in particular, weakness is a conduit to growth and strength.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
And most women don't know how to be that way because of what Vanessa said earlier today. At the end of the day, you guys really don't have a model to say this is how you do it correctly. So the listen to what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. We're talking some banal, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Some banal. Look, for the most part, most women don't have a model. And when I say the model, I'm talking about the model of being a balanced person in this society. You have to factor in ageism, racism, sexism, classism. You have to factor in a lot of the dysfunction in our families. These are things that have to be overcome in order to find a sense of balance.
If you're a woman. Because men come with all the same baggage to, let's just say, the workplace, and yet they can be seen and perceived and be heard and outspoken in a way that,
100%
most
true.
Women can't. So in the workplace, it's
100%
inappropriate for a woman to break down in tears and express herself that way, because that's not acceptable. Yes, it falls back into that baggage of sexism where she'd be perceived as unstable, weak, and I can't work with her.
So can I ask this? In the pursuit of equality, should you guys also include cry zones? Places where you can be a fucking woman? Because understand, corporate America is a male construct that how do I say it?
Masculinized.
No, that's not how you say it.
Masculinized.
That makes women more masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Most women can't turn off their inner CEO. It's simple. If you get a dominant woman, an alpha type woman who is in charge of a shitload of people and responsibilities, and she comes home to Rufus.
First of all,
I'm telling you, he's getting run like she runs the company.
But see, a woman like that wants a Rufus.
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
Because the powerful women I know have Rufuses. They take care of them kids. They clean up that house, and that shit better have dinner ready. Nigga, you better have dinner ready because you ain't bringing in no bread. I mean, I know women that really think like this,
Rufuses.
And they make a lot of money. They're in hair industries, and they got this jerk at home that does everything for them. Yes, baby, I got you. Oh, this ain't the right water. I go get you another one. There's
the point that I'm making is, and I use this quote quite a bit from Krishnamurti. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. Women, in their pursuit of equality, are pursuing the integration into a sick society. Now, with that said, in order to get the equality and the freedom you so desire, you're going to have to sacrifice something.
But I have a question.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is? Then you can answer your question. Do you know what it is?
No.
Your femininity.
we've already been. I mean, that's like
It's over.
that's the whole premise of today's show. Like we've already obviously sacrificed so much of that femininity to be there in certain ways.
Is that good?
We can come dressed up as feminine as hell, like with our pumps and our skirts and our what. But if we don't match that with then how we speak and how we portray ourselves in a boardroom, then all of a sudden it's we're a bitch or we're difficult
Angry
or we're
black
angry
woman.
or we're, you know, like, so we've constantly, it's this push and pull.
I think the bell curve exists for both men and women.
Has to.
Right? The bell curve, it exists for both men and women. Exceptional women and men are on the far end of the bell curve, and really fucked up people are on the opposite far end of the bell curve. And in the center is the masses of mediocre, average, regular motherfuckers. Let's just be honest. So when we talk about, I say the bell curve, I use the bell curve example to make the distinction. There are some women, a lot of women, that are being disrespected at the workspace, right? That are being shitted on by the anal territorial masculine boss they have. No question.
Right.
But there are other women who have learned the game and have incorporated the same posture. And this is what I'm fearful of, because you're now starting to see the reports that the stress levels that used to accompany men in those positions are now starting to creep into the lives of women. 45% of the nation's women are labeled as obese. Right? Mm-hmm. Whenever you get into obesity, you're getting into diabetes. You're getting into you're getting into heart disease. Again, you're living like a man in the pursuit of equality. Is there any woman on the planet Earth who sees that as a problem for the feminine gender?
But why are we seeking equality? Why is it not just the society that has been established that we're forced to live in? And be honest, I mean, if we have to work with you guys and we have to play by your rules, men set up the rules, then why, when we're forced to play your game and work in the environment that you guys created, then we're turned around and then we're labeled as being too masculine or not feminine enough?
Would you say, Tunisia, in a way, you gotta be a bitch in order to make it?
Yeah.
There we go.
100%.
You gotta be a bitch.
Not at all.
And in business, I felt like I have had to. In most cases.
not at all.
In business only. I'm not
The
speaking on my
number
real
to dial-
life.
I know.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610, 323-230-4610. Somebody, one second, let me just do this, and then I'm gonna throw it back to you guys. Somebody in the chat room just said Zoe needs to hang with more women of different backgrounds and personalities. He clearly doesn't see who the fuck is in this room.
Right.
But that's okay. He says he is in for a treat when his... What the...
Oh,
okay.
my
All right.
goodness.
Okay. Never mind.
Get him, Angry Smurf.
I didn't mean I didn't even mean to. But again, this room is diverse than a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Different age groups, different racial backgrounds. This shit is crazy up in this motherfucker right now. And he talked about I need to be around a more diverse. You wish you was in this room, bitch ass nigga. Okay, I'm sorry. The number to dial is 323-230-4610 if you want to participate in tonight's conversation. You know, well, I'm just playing. I'd love to hear from you. I want to know if the pursuit of equality is slowly turning women into men. And based off of what we just heard, sounds like it. Sounds like women are turning into dudes. Dude love. Hey, listen, the phone lines is cracking right now. Let's get him on the line.
Number.
Caller. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it.
Hello.
Hell is low. Welcome.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi. Hey.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Oh, y'all sound so cute. Hey.
That's Miss Lips.
What's
up, girl? I was like, who's this screaming on the mic?
Hey, Queen.
What's going down?
Hey. Yeah, I love the topic. You know, I was biased about the International Women's Day because I said I know somebody getting an abortion today.
Oh my God.
I know somebody eating some pussy today.
Oh,
like I know a sister gonna help another sister today. I called my mama yesterday 3 times just to tell her thank you. So I have women. I think we so universally diverse. We so powerful. Like sometimes we don't even walk in our power. Sometimes because we ignore our intuition, especially when dick is involved.
You know what?
That's
Why she get that sale price?
Well, thank you, Miss Lips, for the comment. We appreciate it. We miss you. And whenever you're in town, you know you can fall through and say what's happening, okay?
All right. Happy Queen Day.
All right. Vanessa, you seem lost. The comment threw you. She's one of our regulars, Miss Lips. She calls and she's she's just wild like that. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Caller. All right, hang up. Boost Mobile. The phone number is 323-230-4610. No, listen.
I had a question to go back to. Were you trying, I'm just trying to process this. Were you equating obesity to being like
Stressed out.
No, got that part. But stressed out as in the role of women who are trying to be CEO. You said something about CEOs and like boss men. Were you equating those two things?
What I'm saying is when you look at, most men who are ballers, right? They tend to just live a very decadent life.
Yes,
as
but
a means.
Most CEO females go the opposite direction.
Exactly.
They're not.
But their stress
their
levels.
decadence is different.
Yeah, but their stress
Their
levels.
stress levels are the same. But I would never equate obesity to like the power women.
Oh, yeah, but when you look at the nation, that's an epidemic. When you look at the nation, 45% of the nation's women.
Right, but 45% of the nation's women are also not CEOs.
Well, agreed, but a lot of those people are CEOs and still struggle. But let's just understand the medical aspect of it. With stress, you get cortisol. And then, and I'm going to say this, with educated women and people or women of means, I know several of them, they have a network of stressors. It's not just the stress of their job. It might be the stress of family members. It might be the stress of children. So the network of stress puts them in a position to where some of their illnesses are rivaling the illnesses of male CEOs. May come from different sources. However, they're still suffering because of the extra load.
Got it. I was just trying to say, were you saying obesity and CEO?
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I love this shit. What do you want?
As the only fat bitch in this room, I just like to say, you know, I'm not stressed out. I like to eat, and it ain't got shit to do with me being a superwoman. I like superfoods. I'm just saying.
I like superfoods.
Right. I'll be hungry.
Not that vegan shit.
If you could eliminate.
Oh, here you are.
If you could eliminate 2 stereotypes, if you could eliminate 2, which black female stereotypes would be easier to live with? The mammy, the thought, or the boss bitch?
I mean, it.
Wait,
I would assume that the choice is obvious.
This is what the reason why I present that is because the boss bitch was created to get rid of stereotypes like the mammy, right? The boss bitch was created to get rid of stereotypes like the Jezebel. You under dig? But here, this is what people don't understand about concepts and ideas. When you radicalize an idea, there's inflexibility now in the idea and it can't grow. It's no longer scalable. So now we have women who see boss bitch as a certain type of person And then there's no ceiling for growth in that definition. You see? So, yes, a boss bitch is way better than a thought, way better than a mammy. But is a boss bitch conducive for a happy, healthy relationship with a man? Speak on it. 323-230-4610. That's the number to dial. I want to know your opinion, Tunisia.
Tunisia had a question before that she never had to ask.
I lost my question because I never had a chance to ask.
Oh, Jesus. Why don't you complain on the air?
I know.
It's fine. It's fucking boss bitch.
I proudly wear the title boss bitch, of course. But my thing is, why does the stereotype boss bitch have to be labeled as anything of those negative connotations that you just spoke of before? Like, why is it looked at negatively, a woman who owns her world, the world that she created? That means she owns her home, her life, her relationship.
Why is it seen as negative in the first place?
Yeah, why is it even negative? It should be something that's embraced by everybody, by women and men. At the end of the day, we as women, we wear so many hats. You can't just throw us in one category. I'm a mom. I'm also a business owner. I'm also a lover. I'm also,
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like, we're different things. So we evolve depending on the role that you put us in. And the part of being a boss bitch is owning all your roles.
So that's a great point, and I like it a lot. And it leads me to this understanding. I believe philosophically, and you guys hear this from me all the time, that relationship is a mirror, right? The reflections you get from your partner is your personal self-development curriculum. Now, we tend to want to blame as opposed to claim those reflections that we get from our partners, right? We typically going to say, oh, man, you triggered me. You did this. You did that. I would posit this, and you guys tell me what you think. I'm really interested to know. Every last one of you have to tell me what you think. I think that for many women, their relationships with men and this boss bitch and this bossy mean bitch or whatever, angry woman, whatever, superwoman, whatever, I think a lot of that has to do with the relationship they had with their mothers. To me, I just want to know what you guys think. I'm just throwing it out there. If you had a relationship with your mother that hardened you, right, in a particular way, right, whether it be, you got some mothers out there who coach their daughters to go after the wallet, right? Wallet over character, even. I have examples of this, wallet over character, right? To me, that is a very detrimental teaching to, give a young girl, to me. I want to know what you guys think about some of the negative aspects of your relationships with other women that reflect back to you in your relationship with men. Sometimes women are competitive towards each other. Do you understand? I'm talking about as a body of people. Yeah, yes. So when we see African American women get down with the feminist movement, but the feminist movement was some white woman shit.
Yeah.
It really was. It was some white woman shit. And then when black women need white women to come bang, white women don't bang. We don't get Donald Trump without 50% of the nation's white women voting for him. And then those are the same women out the next day protesting against him.
Right.
With black women. I'm saying if women don't get on the same page with each other, I've heard this. Ladies, fix it for me, Jesus. Ladies, talk to me. I've heard women say this now. I don't have a lot of female friends. I have mainly guy friends. And when I ask them why they have guy friends, they begin to strip down the reason they can't fuck with other women. I feel if you have a schizophrenic relationship with other women, how the fuck are you going to have a healthy relationship with a man?
And that's real. That's real talk.
Can we deal with that? How you going to get equality there if you ain't got equality in your own gender?
Well, I do agree. Women have to stick together. Like I'm all about.
Yo, y'all stick together. Y'all just don't like it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. And I think with this whole movement that's going on right now, I feel like women are starting to become more unified than we have been in the past. Unfortunately, men, I always tell people it's a man's world, right? Men stick together no matter what. It crosses economic status, color.
No, men kill each other.
But you
We
guys
don't
will
fucking
band
stick together. We will kill each other.
But you will stick together
This
at
is
the
the
end of the day.
rise and fall. No. See, you don't understand masculinity. Masculinity is this. We gonna ride, and because we riding, we getting wealthy. So if we getting wealthy, I gotta break you off pieces of the pie we stealing. If I hoard it to myself, the niggas I'm riding with will kill me. This is history. This is Napoleon. This is everyone. Men are not like y'all in that sense.
Not at all.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's, we got to share the wealth if we gonna roll. That's how men are.
And that's my point. That's why I said men, at the end of the day, you guys will band together. Women, we have to, and I think we're evolving into that, start sticking together more and reaching out and helping each other and working with one another. I don't believe in the whole women hate on each other thing. I do think
You don't believe that?
No, heck, absolutely not. No, not at all. Okay. I love everybody.
As a generality
Yes,
or
yes.
as in certain cases?
In every
think-
case, there's no reason to hate on another woman. I
No,
never
you
judge.
think that you don't believe that, meaning that you don't believe that that's.
I don't feel it's
that, like, that's-
necessary.
No, I understand that you don't feel it's necessary, but meaning like you're saying that Zoe is making a general statement, a
Yes.
blanket statement,
A blanket
to say
statement,
that
100%. Yes.
Well, it's not a blanket statement. We've already, I guess we have to preface it again. Some banal.
Right.
By default.
For sure, but I
By-
think all that is predicated on the relationship that you've seen your mother, your grandmother, your aunts have
Right.
with each other. Is
Right.
how you then form your relationships with your girlfriends.
But it also goes back to society, though, because we're taught to envy one another. Like we see the other beautiful woman walk in a room, and all of a sudden we see competition instead of seeing another beautiful woman.
Yes.
I mean, from the very beginning, we've been pent against each other to compete with one another. So until we can change the way that we see each other and stop looking at the next woman as your competition because she may look beautiful. I mean, I see another beautiful woman when I see a beautiful woman, not my competition.
Right.
You know?
It's unfortunate most women don't think that way because, I mean, the world is very competitive. I'm a comedian. It's competitive. There's other women. It's only so many of us going to be paid attention to. They're looking at the hot chick or that one fat bitch. They're not going to put two fat bitches on the same show. I mean, it's really political.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but
We're
that's
at fat
how it
bitch
is.
quota.
But who sets the stage?
We need a fat nurse. It's only so much I'm going to be stereotyped to play in this world, and it's unfortunate that the woman I'm going in front of that audition for might have an attitude because she a ugly fat bitch, and here come my pretty fat ass. I'm just
We're going to
saying.
take the pretty fat bitch over the ugly one. Okay? And we have a one fat bitch quota. So she's got to be pretty. All right, look. You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk, man. We in here turned up. True or false? Masking. Oh, God. This is crazy. Masking up as Superwoman is killing many women. Whether they meet death as a result of suicide or the stresses that can lead to heart disease and other serious life-threatening illnesses, according to Lottie Joyner's recent post at The Root, stress accelerates the aging of Black female bodies. Black women between the ages of 44 and 45 are biologically 7.5 years older than white women of the same age. Now, white women are aging on the banana side of the game.
Times faster.
On
They
the
look
outside.
Crazy as hell.
But on the inside, we're talking about diseases that come from stress. Listen, I know my personal experience isn't the end all, begin all. I know. But I also know a crap ton of women from all walks of life, whether they be academia, whether they be housewives, whether they be professionals. I would say 90% of them have on a mask of perceived emotional indestructibility.
Well, you know, a lot of people are taught fake it till you make it.
You
Number one. And then number two, even as a child, let's just say you come home and you cry. You say the girls tease me at school. Your mother's going to say, don't never let them see you cry. Never let them see you sweat. Because when you let people see you sweat and you cry, they use that against you. So there is a double-edged situation in that.
Listen, you guys are telling a story, Mimi, of what it means to be a man. Whose tears have been suppressed more, men or women? You know, there's men out there who want to cry their motherfucking eyes out.
Well, yeah, but they're told to suck it up too. That's the way life is in general. You're told to suck it up.
I'm saying you got a lot of sick men out there who can't cry because it's not manly.
Exactly.
You got women.
Which is what's wrong with the world today.
Which
is why we live in such a soulless society.
Exactly. You got women who will break up with a man if he cries. And Vanessa just said it's a soulless society. But
I mean that's how we ended up with this man in the Oval Office. I can't even call him the president, but I mean it's how we ended up there. I mean, you go back to women who voted for him. Women who voted for him are women who really basically did what their husband kind of told them to do. It came down to their pockets, and those in the middle of the country voted for a man who talked a good game and looked like who they see on TV because that's who they watch. It had nothing to do with making an educated vote. I mean, none of that was based on fact, on track record. I mean, as a born and raised New Yorker, the only thing I knew of this man was that he was a crook.
So you're 100% right. A fucking shittard that's white
he's a
can
Shylock.
become
He's a total Shylock.
Can become president.
Right,
But the flip side-
because everybody was more comfortable with his anatomy than they were with the anatomy of the woman who wore pants.
I was going to say, the flip
like
side.
the reason why men were somewhat able to handle Barack was because he peed the same way they do. They couldn't handle the fact that she didn't, that she had to sit or squat. Like
I don't think that was it in her
Listen, they were
case.
able to tolerate him because they understood him as a man. They couldn't with her because they didn't get her as a woman and how she emotionally works.
No, but I
thinks,
I think
processes.
I think
there's so much wrapped up in that vote that men were more comfortable casting the vote for him because he was a man as opposed to her because she was a woman. It was so rooted in gender bias.
It was 100%. However, I think there's another element too. And the other element is we have two lumps of shit. Which one is
it wasn't a
shittier?
lesson. No, it was not and anybody who makes that argument genuinely doesn't understand politics and doesn't understand what it takes to be a politician because politics is a career.
If we look at
so
her,
there was no less of all evils. There was no less of all evils.
But she just wasn't a strong candidate.
Bullshit. She was the most qualified person to ever run for the office of president in history.
No,
history.
We're
Like
not-
that is undisputed.
Wait.
Undisputed.
This is the argument.
Undisputed.
This is the
Oh my
argument.
God.
This is the argument in sports.
Fuck.
Is it stats?
Shit.
Is it right? So she's got the
Giving me a
stats.
headache.
Absolutely, she's got the stats. Oh, we're talking about Hillary Clinton here. She's got the stats, but she lacks the personality. And
did
wait,
Ronald?
wait.
I mean, did George Bush Sr. have
But
personality?
this is part of the. Hold on.
Hoover?
This is part of the patriarchy. It's. You're right. You're 100% right. A piece of shit man with no stats.
But you just made a comment that she had no personality. But there were so many presidents prior to that had zero personality, but they won the office
Again,
because
you're making my point for me. It's the patriarchy. It's masculinity. Of course. Right. Of course. They can be that. And really, they have to be white, rich, and powerful in order to be in that position. If we look at Barack Obama, on the other hand, Barack Obama's probably the most articulate and charismatic president we've ever had. Period. So he had to be special in a way that...
He had to be special in a way because, first of all, he was black. He had to be like the next coming of Jesus, which he was for all of us. It was like, oh my God, look, he exists. He rose again. Like, that was who he was. Undoubtedly.
Right.
Undoubtedly. But in the same way he had to be all those things, she was that in a lot of ways in
She's
terms
none
of
of those
women.
things.
You can't say that she's
She
none of those
is
things.
not the female counterpart to Barack Obama. Hillary Clinton is definitely not.
Not in terms of moral
Her
moral compass
is weak.
I'm saying in terms of qualifications, in terms of her ability to articulate and like
She's garbage.
there were a lot.
She listen, her and her husband sent a lot of niggas to jail.
For sure. And
Period.
A third strike.
Then you want to come to the hood and do the
100
nay-nay? No, it's disingenuous. Get your ass out of here. She lost because she ain't shit. Well, you know how bad. Do you know how?
I can't get down with that she ain't shit because I think that as a woman, it's really disingenuous to say that about a woman that is incredibly qualified.
Take her out of it.
All the other things aside, yes. And you can't say that she sent people to jail. She wasn't in office. Bill was. And that was Bill's doing.
But look, take her out of it and put in another woman.
Let's put in Kamala. Let's put in Michelle.
Not Kamala.
Then it becomes another whole another ballgame.
Put in Michelle. If Michelle ran against, y'all got to stay focused. Jesus. If Michelle ran against Trump, would Trump have won?
No.
Are you kidding me? Probably.
No.
You know
why?
No. You know why? You want to factor in why? Because there were so many, like, this man, when he decided to run, he kicked the door wide open for all those people who had been sleeping all those years, who couldn't say shit, who had to leave their little sheet folded up in their drawer. He kicked the door the moment he decided to throw his hat into the race. He kicked the door wide open for all of them to wake up and come out. So yes, there was no way they were going to do another 4 years of any black people in the White House. That's how America felt.
I think Michelle would have blew him out.
No, I think the world is more sexist than we are racist. We're not ready for a woman president.
I know
at
it's
all.
sexist
White,
in the
black,
motherfucker.
purple.
I agree.
We're not ready for one.
But this is y'all time. And I think if Michelle would have ran against Trump, she would have blew him out.
I think we can only say that Monday morning quarterbacking. I think we can only say that Monday morning quarterbacking. To be honest with you, we can only say that Monday morning quarterbacking because when you look at the numbers, she got 3.5 more million votes. The only reason why she's not president is because we don't operate. Yes, and we don't operate like every other civilized society who has a democracy and goes by the popular vote. In any other country, like Canada, in Europe, she would be president, but we operate on a very bastardized system of the Electoral College.
Yeah, she got 3 million.
In theory,
3 million plus. She should have been the president. But Lord have mercy, Jesus, on my soul. I am happy that she's not.
Oh, get the. That's the craziest statement to make.
The reason she didn't win the Electoral College isn't just because of sexism. The fact that Trump was able to let Russia buy him is an issue. And if Michelle would have been in there, because she has more integrity across 8 years of already being in the White House, the Electoral College could have and actually probably would have been swayed. And that's what the Electoral College map showed during the election. And so that's why if it would have been Michelle, she probably could have beat Trump because America was looking for integrity and change. And she doesn't think always like Barack. And she's been public about when she disagrees with her husband, she would have won.
Right, but you're talking about the whole Russian hacking situation and them pouring money into it. They were pouring money into marketing places that were very populated white and white southern cities and towns and Midwest. So they weren't playing towards an educated white base. They were playing towards
I know because my mom represents that and she voted for Trump. So let me explain to you. They did that specifically just to to open up the window for markets that they knew they could win. If Michelle would have been the option versus that, Russia might not have even thought of that idea, because that would not have been the market that they would have been looking for. Again, if you understand why they chose to do that and hack the markets they did and do the marketing the way they did and who they won in the Electoral College people they swayed, you would have understood that Michelle actually already has a good base in those areas. Michelle herself has a good base in the Midwest, and they did that polling
Right,
artificially.
but what I'm talking about is that
and
we're
that's
Monday
why we
morning
said-
quarterbacking, talking about Michelle running. And in this past election, that wasn't even a thought or an option. She was never even interested. Like,
True
that
indeed. True indeed.
So,
But all I'm saying is,
but if she throws it in for 2020,
yes.
I already have my jacket on.
All I'm saying, this past election, 400 some odd days ago, had two of the weakest candidates we've ever had paired against each other. A reality star and a crook.
A superwoman.
Listen, man.
Reality star and a
I'm just
crook.
saying, that's
Who's the
the
crook?
topic.
He's the biggest crook. He's the biggest crook.
What are we?
She's a superwoman, bringing it back to the topic.
Like, exactly.
I'm pulling your-
Legitimately.
So
like,
wait.
legitimately.
No, she's a boss bitch.
Like,
So wait.
legitimately.
Hold
He's
on.
the biggest crook.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We got to take a quick break.
Thank you.
We got to reset it. We got to reset it. We got to bring it back. I love the debate. This is hot monkey lava, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk Radio. Hey, man, I knew this topic was going to be fire. I knew it was going to be lit. The Superwoman mentality. Yikes. Miss Independence is in this bitch tonight. And it's on fire. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I want everybody in the chat room who is watching this show live on YouTube, I want everyone to hit the like button as a group. Everybody get together like you're feminists and hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. Hit the share button. We want this conversation to trend. It's fire tonight. Who knew Vanessa Spencer? Oh, yes. Your husband told me. He was like, she going to be in here cutting up. I said, all right. This is dope. I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. What I'm going to do right now is take a quick 30-second break just to refresh the palate. Darren, hook us up, man. We'll be back in a second. Okay. I just finished lashing the women for their impudence, their intractability on tonight's conversation. They're in here flying around the studio like superwomen. But guess what? I'm the kryptonite this evening.
The Wizards are winning.
Don't nobody give a damn about the Washington Wizards. Oh,
I do.
DMV ass.
Whatever, we're winning.
You in Los Angeles.
I don't
The DMV
care.
wish they was Los Angeles. Okay, let's stop.
Back up.
All right, let's just stop. Gosh, we have an amazing topic tonight. And people are turned up. The room is hot. Angry Smurf is angrier than usual.
No, I'm not.
She's being disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's really ugly. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Tonight's topic, Superwoman Syndrome. Is Superwoman dying? Trying to be like a man. Fall back into that kitchen. Take off them shoes, have some more babies, and live longer.
I'm cool.
Huh?
Shoes.
Take off them shoes, put them bare feet on a kitchen floor, and enjoy your life. You know what I did? I'm just starting to talk like an old pimp. I'm sorry. Are some women becoming drunk with political, financial, and social power? A more in-depth look at the rise of the new Wonder Woman. We've got questions. The more power, true or false, the more power a woman gains in this society, the less power men have. True or false? Where are they getting the power from? Are they getting it from us? Do we have to sacrifice some of our power in order for them to achieve their equality goals? Gosh. How is the maintenance of the Superwoman Syndrome mask related to elevated depression levels for women? Trying to be Billy Badass, you're depressed and stressed and fucked off. Thanks for trying to live our lives, ladies. 323-230-4610. I wonder, let's just get wild then. Fuck it. We're here. You know how I do. I get wild.
Oh my God.
I think, because studies have already proven it, testosterone level shoots up in women that are in corporate America. It's a fact. It's a fact. Right? That has to affect the juiciness of the vulva.
Okay, now.
Let's just be... I'm trying to set up the topic.
I'm gonna let him go ahead.
But I'm saying it has to affect the sweetness and the juiciness. And do you understand what I'm saying? Just the raw feminine shit that come with that. There are a lot of women who struggle having orgasms, 85%. That's what some people have put the number at. We already know you don't have a problem, Big Juicy. But the number is there. There are a lot of women. You'd be surprised how many women are faking the nut.
You need a good shower.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You'd be surprised.
And a great imagination.
You'd be surprised how many women can't decompress from running the world and opening up and being vulnerable enough to reach maximum climax.
That's sad.
Trying to live like me. You done turned your pussy off. 323-230-4610. Somebody speak on it. Tonight's topic is wild.
Right.
I'm just saying, for a lot of women, this is an issue. See, and whenever I present this to people, especially women, oh no, that ain't me. Man, I'm good. Yeah. You and that little butterfly, whatever it's called. What is it called? A humming bee?
I don't know.
What is that
What
little?
you trying to say?
Never used one.
The little vibrator.
I think they call it a rabbit bullet.
That little bullet,
Oh,
that
I
little
never
rabbit.
used a vibrator. I don't know.
We
I
gotta
know
be
what
honest.
they are. I've never used one either.
We gotta be honest. Let me just do this
I've
before.
used one.
Let me do this before I throw
I don't know nothing.
Let me do this clearly.
You know what?
Let me
I
do,
don't. I wish I did.
Let me do this before I throw it back
Gotta
to
give
the
him a
ladies.
towel or water or nothing.
Okay, y'all just
It's
gonna
your
keep
neck,
cutting.
go
in?
to sleep.
Here we go.
Spread out.
There we go. Let me do this before we throw it back to the ladies. Listen, everybody in the chat room, I want to thank you guys for the continued support of this YouTube channel. James Scott just hit us with $100.
Thank you, Jack.
Don Teasy just hit us with 20. Let's see. We got some. We got a 50 in here somewhere. Kim, what is this? Doricent just hit us with $10. Don Teasy. Oh, another 20. Okay, cool.
Okay, Don. It's
All right,
payday.
all right.
Balling.
It's payday.
All right. Somebody got their little tax return. Yeah.
She's spreading some love.
Sheed Smith hit us with $2.99.
No, you just got $100 from James Scott.
Yeah, thank you, James.
I just hit him up. I just said James Scott.
It just popped up right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody that came
Somebody
in.
put $24.99.
But let me
What's
just
that
say this, man.
randomness?
Anybody who's in here, we appreciate you guys for supporting this movement. Again, everybody move as a collective. Hit the like button, hit the share button,
It's hot.
and also hit the super chat. The super chat is the little $sign at the bottom of the chat room. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, back to the topic. You're listening to the Zoe Williams Voice of Reason show with a bunch of ornery superheroes in this motherfucker.
No.
Y'all done went and saw Black Panther. Y'all think y'all the King's
didn't see
Guard
it.
in this motherfucker. Running around. Why don't you shave your head then? You want to be Billy Badass? Shave your head and get a spear.
I don't know how my head gonna look, Bob. I might have a Sharpay thing going on all these waves. I don't know.
So let me ask you guys a question. True or false? Superwomen should see resilience / inner strength as a tool. as opposed to a lifestyle. Most motherfuckers turn ideas into religious beliefs. The idea that I gotta be strong under any and every circumstance, I can't break down. That is a problem with black women. I know for sure. That's a problem. Shouldn't resilience and inner strength have an on and off switch? You can't just be stuck in resilience mode forever. Right. What is that doing to your body? What is that doing to your health? Now, ask yourself this question, Vanessa, because I'm going to name you the intellectual irritant. That is your role. I love it. That's great.
I received that.
But couldn't we argue that the way society is currently set up, women have to jam the resiliency switch in the on position? Yeah. And if that's the case, sacrificing your femininity, sacrificing your juice box, yeah. If that's the case, is it worth it to be equal? Go deeper, Vanessa.
I think this whole idea of that we're fighting to be equal, I think it's a matter of, we should have always been seen that way. Yes, we know. But I think it's a matter of other people becoming uncomfortable. It's like having a conversation about race, right? Like people feel, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me so uneasy. Well, that's unfortunate that it makes you uncomfortable. I've been living this person of color life my entire life, and I've been made to feel uneasy by you my whole life. So you're going to have to live in that discomfort and that unease for a little while so that you can get comfortable with it. Because the only way to get comfortable with something is to really dive in and have conversations and work through it. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that we get stuck in having to resort to being resilient as often as we do. But I think it's a matter of then you deciding for yourself what it is that you want to be. Do you always want to be resilient, or do you want to just be? And in being means making a conscious decision to be the type of person and the person that you want to fully live out life,
Angry Smurf? Would you sacrifice your femininity for equality? All that comes with it.
Sorry.
I'm fucking confused.
I don't think I would sacrifice it because I just don't think that being a woman is very important to me. So I wouldn't just to make or just to prove a point. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I feel about if you're saying let's be equal. I can do it too. I know I can, so I don't need to. I feel like doing it just is enough for myself, not to prove a point that I would have to emasculate myself. You know what I mean?
You can emasculate a woman? I don't think a woman can emasculate herself.
Well, I mean, if I'm taking away my femininity, you're basically saying someone else, not, you know what I mean?
What's the feminine word for emasculate? How do we? That's what I'm saying, effeminate.
Effeminate, whatever. You know what I meant,
Thank you, Gemini. And Gemini with the vocabulary. We appreciate it.
Whatever. My point is,
effeminate yourself.
Effeminate myself. But I'm not going to do that because I've been in positions of power, and I feel like I still was able to, I wasn't taking away my femininity. I was still being a woman. I was still doing everything the same way. I didn't have to talk like a man or, beef up or whatever the case may be. I don't have to dress like a man either. So because sometimes I felt like I had to at first to not dress feminine in my position of power because I didn't want people to look at me. I would always wear hats and, always just kind of it's not about how I look. To take away from that, don't wear makeup, nothing. Because I wanted people to just respect me and not be because I would have to talk to men. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they would hit on me and things like that. And I was no, I'm going to just try to look as bummy as possible because I want them to respect me as their boss and not, look at me like that. But then I was like, you know what? No, I want to look cute, and they're going to respect me, and I'm going to be cute doing it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of...
I like it. I could smoke a bag of it. Tunisia, would you, if it came down to it, sacrifice your femininity for equality? Because you're a very feminine little piece right now. I'm looking real thirsty. But I'm just saying, would you sacrifice all of that to be equal?
Absolutely not. I love being a woman, and I think there's power in that. And when you know how to own it, then you don't have to put your femininity on the table in exchange for being equal.
But in a way, you do have to do that the higher you go up in corporate America, don't you think?
No, you don't. I think that's the way that it was perceived and structured in the beginning. Women felt like in order to be heard and to be seen, like she said before, that we had to take away what makes us women, not come in the boardroom looking so beautiful or made up or.
But you're saying
sexy.
now times are changing.
They're 100% changing.
There are opportunities to be more feminine. Okay.
Exactly the way that we are, and I'm starting to see women embrace that, and men are starting to respect it as well.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mimi, you trading that juice box for corporate America?
Well, you know what? I feel like this. I feel like I am me, and I don't change me for anybody. The way God made me is who I am, so I come as I am. I respect you. If you work for me, then I give you what you're supposed to do. I tell you that as a professional. I respect you as an individual, and I expect the same respect. If I treat someone with respect,
okay, Mimi, your tone though, like you about to get out your chair. Okay, cool.
It's my voice.
Okay, it sound like you about to whoop somebody's ass.
No.
Just finish.
Respect her. My voice is just jacked up, and I'm trying to pronunciate all the words that I'm saying here. But what I'm saying is that I just stay who I am. And I think in that, because I think that God made me a certain way. I feel like a woman that has a sex appeal, that's them. 10 people can have on the same outfit, and one lady will be sexy, the others will not, because it doesn't allure in them. So I can't help how I'm made. But I know that I'm not going to change who I am for a position, but I'm going to do what I got to do to be a good person in that position, and whatever that takes. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, what I've always learned is like what you said earlier. You said, women don't cry or express themselves. Say if I'm in corporate America and I'm trying to talk to someone and I feel hurt on something they said to me, I would never show them the tears, but I might walk in my office and be like, damn, I'm doing my best here, and I may have a breakdown by myself. No one may see that, so people will never know that I broke down. And then I will walk back out that office and still do the job at my highest capabilities, and they would never know it unless they know me. They say, that girl looked like she just finished crying because her eyes is red and green. She cried.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they would have to know me to know that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Peaches?
Well, I spend a lot of time in a predominantly male world being a comedian, trying to get up. I used to dress like Joel said, Angry Smurf in hoodies. That's just who I am, too. I've always been a kind of a tomboy, but I'll still have my face made up. I'm still all woman, and I've never wanted to be equal to a man. I worked in a barber shop for 15 years as the only female barber in a shop with a bunch of men, so I've had to defend womanhood quite a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get a lineup after?
You need one.
Okay, cool. All right. My shit is a little fuzzy today.
You a little catfish. You're a little catfishy over there. But really, when you spend a lot of time in a barbershop, I did cover myself because I have big breasts. My customers would try to lean their heads back to hit my titties. Shit like that. They catch an elbow. But I don't feel like that was trying to be equal to a man. I'm just trying to not let you see my titties while I'm lining up your hair. That's all I got to say about it.
First off, just the size of those titties require maintenance to keep them covered. I'm sure it's not.
When you have global breasts, they're round, so they're not like saggy big titties. They're big global titties. They have gravity to
bulbous.
them. So When you have gravity in your titties and you got men staring you and you trying to line them up, keep their head straight, you know, it's kind of hard. But being around men like that, I did have to defend womanhood. And I never gave up who I was as a woman. I let them know I'm all about the penis.
But I will say this too. I will say this. In order for women to achieve, I mean, I don't know why they don't say egalitarian, because when they're talking about equality, you know, in order for women to achieve like an egalitarian existence with men, a healthy egalitarian existence with men here in America, men have a lot of changing to do in terms of their ideas, in terms of their concepts of women. And then women are going to have to also acknowledge the fact that to be equal to a man means some of the old traditional shit that a lot of women still like about men has to get sacrificed. Yeah.
I don't think that we're asking to change necessarily gender roles. I think that that's what people decide in their own personal relationships. Like, well, I'm not upset if a man wants to hold the door for me. I'm not asking you to not be chivalrous.
Let me tell you something, Vanessa. You done came in here, you done upset the apple cart, and now you're in trouble now. You understand? Because now you want your cake, and you want to eat it. You want cake, and you want to eat. No, that's not how it goes. You don't get to be equal and chivalrous. Now you're getting one-ups. You want extra.
My point is that I think there is a sense of equality amongst men and women that we can have, and everybody can still play certain roles. Like, we're not asking you not to hold the door open for me, because that's fucked up. That would be treating me as you're unequal. You holding the door for me is not a slight against me being a woman. It is just an act of kindness. I hold the door open for women. Right. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of being polite. Like, I don't think that we're asking you to shift those things. You know, I'll take out the trash. Thanks. But if you're my husband, trash day is Wednesday. Thanks. Trash cans go out Tuesday night.
I'm not doing
because I've just cooked. Like, those things just like, those are the roles. Like, in relationships, people can define the roles however they want to. But in society, I think that we could lead on a playing field of being kind and polite to one another and holding a door for me as a man. I'm not going to be disgruntled and say, you could have let it go. I would have opened it for myself because you're cheating me out of equality. Like, yeah, not going to happen.
I like that. I like that.
Respect more than equality. I think everyone keeps confusing respect. That's the biggest thing that we're shouting out. We want to be respected. We want to be respected because we are women. We're not trying to change the fact that we're women.
Listen here, Tanisha.
We want you guys to respect the differences.
You've been an apple cart turner too.
That's right.
And let me tell you something. If I'm going to be holding the door open for you, you better not forget your grandmama's caramel cake recipe. You better not forget how to make fluffy grits with lumps in it. Small little lumps.
But not every woman want to make fluffy grits.
I'm just saying. There are a lot of women out there that don't want to cook.
Yes, they are.
There are a lot of women out there acting all fucking funny style.
But is that because they're being super women or like a power bitch?
Hey.
Like, I'm
confused.
Like,
I'm saying there are power bitches out there that ain't cooking.
Yeah, my grandma.
That's who I'm
they
talking
probably
about.
Just put in 14 hours.
I don't give
at the
two
office.
shakes of a fat rat's ass if I'm your man.
But that's the dynamic you have established within your own relationship. Like, that's between you and your boo.
Yeah, because that might
that has nothing to do with me.
Listen.
Here's the thing. I think that we've been talking about like this current wave of super women. The truth is, like, my mother put my father through law school with 2 kids. I lived with my mother's aunt for the 3 years that my dad was in law school, as did my brother. Like, we saw my parents on the weekends and like Friday night through Sunday evening before my dad drove back to Boston. My mother has been a superwoman for the 40 years I've been on the face of this earth. And for the years prior to that, her mom was a young mom. And the women that helped raise my mother along with her mother were super women. I think it's a matter of now the tables have shifted and there are some really amazing men who are really starting to see women for who they always were and starting to welcome us at the table in a very equal position. So I think that's
It's
really a lot
necessary.
of the power
Yeah.
shift.
It's
Not that all of a
necessary.
sudden it's like this wave of superwomen. These superwomen have been here forever. It's a matter of now really recognizing them and giving them the respect and acknowledgement that they deserve.
Right.
Okay.
You know, coupled with the hashtag Me Too and
Listen,
Time's Up.
listen,
You know, because that's also changed a lot of what has shifted. And this lunatic in the White House who is raging war along with Mike Pence on all women's issues and rights and everything else. It's been in a tremendous in these last 14 months, 15 months that this man has been here. It's been a really big shift. I think it's been coming, but I certainly think that when he kicked the door open for racism, he kicked the door wide open for everybody else to finally go, you know what? Us too.
So, I love the fucking conversation tonight. You guys, Vanessa, Tunisia, Peaches, fucking angry Smurf when she wants to talk, Mimi with that deep, raspy,
That's fucked up.
just getting over a cold. That's a sexy little voice on. You got a little inner puma, little kitten. I love it, man. Today's topic is on fire. Is Wonder Woman dying because she's trying to be Superman? Trying to be like me, you're going to kill yourself. Shouldn't the S, right, the Superwoman S, on the overwhelmed black woman's chest stand for self-care, not Superwoman? A lot of superwomen's, I'm saying, a lot of superwomen out there have not taken care of themselves because they're too busy being all things to everybody else.
True.
You understand? Tiffany, get over here and expound on this before I go to the phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk Radio. The ladies are in rare form. They are delicious this evening. I'm having a great time. And now Tiff Talks will join in.
Well, depending on what research you're looking at and what year, the numbers range between about 70 and 85%, specifically of black women that are experiencing anxiety or depression, or like you said, higher levels of cortisol, which is stress, and or testosterone, which are leading to things like cancer, diabetes, heart issues, heart disease, and most forms of ovarian and breast cancer. So a lot of black women will fight you, but the reality is when I talk to them in personal life coaching sessions or therapy sessions is they literally don't know what self-care even is, really. They don't do it. It's not in their schedule or routine.
Wait.
But I can explain why.
Wait. Hold on. Before you explain, hold on. Tell these motherfuckers who you are.
Oh, for the people who don't know. Okay. Because the people who are listening know who I am most of them.
Shit. You don't know it's new people listening every show. Shit.
True.
Tell them who you are now.
So I'm Tiff Talk, Tiffany Ram. I have a master's in clinical social work. I have about 12 years of clinical experience working with adolescents, adults, and young children. Life experience anywhere from modeling, life coaching, pageant coaching, directing, nonprofit directing. So that's my background.
Now you can finish your thought.
Yeah. So the reality is research shows that black women historically, even intergenerationally, and even now entering corporate America, have always put others before themselves, which is self-care. The reason why it's apparently medically and even health-wise more detrimental to black women is because it is actually, it's damaging us, like you said, aging us internally, health-wise, faster.
You cute as hell on the outside, but old as hell.
Our melanin may age slower, but our internal organs are getting fucked up. And the research is showing that, particularly because the world we currently live in, the corporate climate was made for white men. They were able to be successful, but also still build in time for luxury, like yachting and vacations and shit like that.
Why I
but
keep
because
asking, what the fuck are y'all asking for? You
Right.
gotta be careful. You
But
gotta
black
be able
women-
to define it,
right?
Or you gonna be like an old white man.
Well, the
Finish.
difference is like their melanin ages faster, but internally their organs still be doing okay. The difference is because black women specifically have to overachieve to get equal. So it's not really equal. We are
Uh-oh.
doing more to get equal pay. So we might still be making 6 figures, but we are still doing 80 instead of 65 hours compared to that white guy. We're not taking our vacation because we know if we do, they're going to look down on us and they might fire us. White men taking those vacations. Look at Trump. He is the most vacationist having as president in the history of our country.
It's true.
And he don't look stressed at all, except when he have to give a press conference. So that's the difference, is it's literally internally aging women of color faster, because to get that equality in pay, really is what the statistics is showing, to get the equality in pay, we are doing more, and literally it's sacrificing ourselves to do so.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is y'all getting hyped up to be something that I believe in the long run is detrimental for your health. To me, what has more merit and weight, right, is the wise black woman over the strong black woman. And I'll tell you what, you can't go watch the fucking Black Panther movie and see, let me tell you, Coogler did a great job of pulling from different African cultures, showing what the women were like in terms of the wisdom. They weren't trying to be strong, even though he put that's part of the comic book where he put the female warriors, but he also put in the female wise men. And let me just say, in America is not a place that is predicated on wisdom. It is a place that's predicated on consumerism, on politics, on acquisition. It's an external culture. It's not an internal self-flowering culture. Although there are opportunities to take this culture and then flip it so you can get that. Like for instance, you saw T'Challa, right? Go through a rite of passage. Even though he was the son of the king and the rightful heir to the throne, he still had to fight somebody for it. That's called a rite of passage. We don't really have rites of passage. Most of our rites of passage in American culture is educational, it's sports. You see what I'm saying? You get hazed, military. These are our rites of passage. And what I'm saying is, with the newfound power that women are starting to cultivate, and I've said this before, women come across to me as first round draft picks, right? Because the first round draft pick typically comes from an impoverished situation, and then overnight he's a fucking millionaire and doesn't know anything about money, doesn't know how to spend it, doesn't know how to manage it, and typically tricks it off. So what I'm saying about women are coming from a place of being hella disrespected, hella marginalized, hella oppressed, the whole 9 yards. But now you guys are starting to move up. Education, employment, you're starting to move up in higher spaces. And all I'm saying is be aware of the space you're filling, because the space you're filling isn't a spiritual space. It doesn't speak to your intuition. Now, in a business sense, yes, there's a keen business sense, but I'm talking about a spiritual kind of guttural space. It don't really speak to that. It speaks to numbers. It speaks to your ability to fire and hire. It speaks to your ability to maintain and manage. It speaks to that. It's a very sterile kind of space. And I'm saying for women, don't lose the shit that makes you woman. Like, the shit that makes you woman is more powerful than the pursuit in this construct, in my opinion.
It's our divinity.
That's how I see it.
Right. And so I just did a talk about this in regards to like what's in your toolbox. And I like what you said around Black women need to learn that resilience is a part of your toolbox. It's a skill. It's something you can utilize, but it doesn't necessarily need to be your end all be all, because not everybody actually has resilience. There's studies on resilience. It has to be flexed. It has to be used, just like confidence. So it shouldn't just be something you activate all the time, because scientifically resilience presents itself like cortisol, which presents itself like stress. There is good stress and bad stress, but if you're in a state of ever being resilient, that is actually going to internally age you and kill you. So you don't want to ever be in a place of resilience. You shouldn't always be struggling.
Well, let's do this. I like this. So good stress is exercise.
Yes.
you stress your heart to a certain level, then you cool the fuck down
and let it recover.
And then let it recover, and then dopamine and all that shit comes into play. There's a rising and then a crest.
Yes.
You can't just stay at a particular level. And I believe, especially for black women in America, because you can't take out the stratosphere.
Right.
The ageism, racism, sexism, classism. You just fucking can't take that out. I believe the way society is set up, that it keeps women, sisters in particular, at this point of stress. I got to do it all. I got to make it all happen. I can't look bad. How am I going to date? I got kids. How do I juggle? It's just too much. And I'm not saying all women aren't experiencing this, but I think it affects your ability to be able to relate to men.
Right.
I'm just saying. I think it affects your ability to be able to connect and relate to men. And then it turns into, okay, everything has to meet me here at this point. Listen, the whole world, the whole universe we live in is ambivalent.
Yes.
Our world is a gray area. There are no exactitudes, really. So it puts your expectation levels at such it's gotta be this small window of everything in order for me to be able to take a breath. And I think that's kind of a mental illness. Go ahead.
I wrote a blog on that very thing because it's something that I struggle with, and I know a lot of women, we struggle with because women, we're so diverse in our roles. Mm-hmm. Men, have basically one role, and that's to provide, right, and be the man, and that's really
and
it.
protect.
But it's all governed under kind of just one role to be the man. But now you have women kind of forced into different roles because of society, and then you have women that are single mothers. You have women that don't have any kids, but have the pressure feeling like they're supposed to have kids because they're a woman. We have so many stereotypes on women that society puts on us and that we put on each other. And what happens is we get split. So we always have this guilt factor going on, right? So we feel like we're not good enough. When sometimes I feel like when I'm working, I feel guilty because I'm supposed to be with the kids. And then when I'm with the kids too much, I feel guilty because I should be working and building my business.
Look at your life.
But that's
what in the feast of Sam Hain is
but
going
that's
on.
Most women's lives right now is what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I like to remind women that we're all doing a great job, right? And just to be present in what it is that you're doing at the end of the day, because you can't be perfect in everything. And I think that's the stress that is aging women, like you said, eternally.
Well, the stress comes from not having a toolbox to relieve the resilience. So like you said, a lot of women are balancing a lot of stuff. And I do always esteem women and tell them they're doing great. But I will also correct them. You are faulting yourself if in that greatness you are not doing self-care. If you are not building in time to relieve the stress, you are actually not being a good mom. Like Jada Pinkett Smith talks about this. We tell women they're selfish if they make me time. No, you're actually a better mother if you give yourself a break, a respite. So that's why there's new foundations and grants and stuff to give parents respite for kids with special needs and stuff like that, because you are a better person when you are rested. One of the top 3 skills of millionaires was sleep.
Wait. Let me stop you 1 second, because I want you to say that again.
Yeah.
But let me stop you. I was just on the phone with a sister who couldn't break up with being a mother, with being a mom.
Because that was her whole identity.
The damn girl, her daughter's 26, 27.
Empty nest. Ooh.
No, peep game. Stealing money from her. No, the daughter stealing money from the mother.
Okay.
She calls me in tears. What am I supposed to do? And I love her. I said, listen, healthy boundaries. She's 25. You've never really created healthy boundaries. A boundary is a level of respect. This is my mama shit. This is my dad shit. It's a boundary represents a level of respect. And people that don't cross them respect the boundary that you've set in place. She hung up on me because I told her you have to set healthy. I can't do that to her.
Why?
But you're calling me because she's robbing you.
Right.
So do you see how there's a dysfunction? So now, I want you, I want Mimi, I want all of y'all. I want Vanessa. if you guys could set up a female symposium that would adjourn every year to take a poll, or not really a poll, but to inquire about what limiting and negative beliefs womanhood still holds on to as a collective. Where you guys come together and purge some of the bullshit beliefs you have in place. Because every belief that goes unchecked manifests a reality in a relationship. How about that? Do you think there's a symposium that exists like this that challenges some of the flaws in feminism? Because feminism is a social construct, right? To just sit down and go, how are we wrong? Because you see, when you become a fanatic in an idea, you're no different than a radical Muslim or a radical Christian or what? Jeff Brown is on the phone. I'm sure of it. I saw him in the chat room. So we're gonna put Jeff on in a second. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to sit down and go, wait a minute, we've gone too far. And I think women are so fucking powerful when they shift back into wisdom as opposed to just staying locked in resilient strength mode. They can then be able to look at the ideas that they hold and be able to objectively critique them.
Well, I think we have to know that it's okay to take care of ourselves, you know, and that goes before feminism even came into play. If I think back on my grandmother and my mom, they always took care of their husbands and just took care of the kids, right? And they were the last to take care of themselves. Most times they didn't. So we have to create a space where women feel like it's okay to shut down and say that I'm going to do me. You know, we don't give each other that. Like we don't make it.
First off, you guys don't like each other very much.
I know that.
Let's just like, you motherfuckers is asking for equality with us, and really 80% of you guys can't stand each other. That's an issue you guys should work out in a motherfucking retreat somewhere in a teepee. Let's get Jeff Brown on. Jeff, we need you, man. Only 60 seconds to summarize your thought. No long-winded 60 seconds, nigga, because we at the end of the show.
All right, cool. Well, there's 15 of it. Jesus Christ, I grew another nut waiting to call.
Go ahead, man.
Ladies, question. Can we agree that the most important job in the world is to raise a child as a mother? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. Well, then wouldn't you say that everything else and every other woman, to include Oprah Winfrey, has taken a quantum step lower, backwards, down?
Why? She just opened a school for kids and made those girls her own kids. Like, I don't
That's
ever
fantastic.
believe that women who don't choose to have children but choose to raise somebody else's child as their own, or love somebody else's child who needs something, I don't look at her as any less than a mother just because a baby didn't come from her body. I think it's very important as a woman to recognize that you don't want your own kids, instead of feeling as though you need to have kids because somebody expects that that's something you need to do.
Is this part of my 60 seconds?
Yeah, Jeff, your shit's over, nigga.
Okay.
Hey, seriously, we gotta leave.
Here's my issue. I have not heard one thing about respect and what respect other than pay.
Well, Tunisia said that
women are not getting this evening. I think women have been respected far more now than they have been. Ask Harvey Weinstein.
Okay, look, Jeff, you know the rules here, man. It's 6:55. I got to get off.
Love you, Jeff.
Okay.
All right. All right, listen. Today's topic was fucking amazing. Vanessa, you got to come visit more often. The cattle prog over there. I love it. This shit was great. Tunisia, thank you. You're welcome. Awesome. You were a great guest too. Contrarian ass. Tiff Talks. Amazing information.
And I'm doing
Thank you.
a build your toolbox thing, a go live tomorrow. So there you go.
Dope. And of course, long time, our girl, Fucking angry Smurf finally came back. I'm tired of people asking me where you are. So you're gonna.
I was working a lot.
You're gonna have to fucking do a goddamn fucking Twitter or some shit and let people know that you're not gonna be on because I'm tired of people fucking with me about it. Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. Keeping it real with Mimi, baby girl. You're awesome as always. Donnie Keith, you about that life, my nigga. I see you out here gang banging on these niggas with the truth. I fuck with you, Peaches.
My birthday's on Monday.
Your birthday's on. Okay. All right, cool. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll be back Monday with another heater, the voice of reason. Thank you. Deuces.